Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Affinity Podcast. Today we have the lovely Jessica with us, who's been into the program, I would say around 4 to 5 months, and she's done really, really well. Um, I think just about over 10 kgs now, but it's not just about the weight loss. Her lifestyle's changed, the way she thinks about everything, and just her general thinking about everything's changed. So with no further wait, if Jessica, you can give us a little introduction.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Jess. I work as something called an estimator on a daily basis. What it is I just cost up construction projects, and I've been with Affinity for about 4 months now.
Yeah, yeah. And how you been finding it?
It's been really, really good. Honestly, like genuinely, even it's like changed my life for the better. Um, like my life is just so much more structured now, and I feel like a whole new person, to be honest. And it's crazy within 4 months how much
Yeah.
can change if you just stick to something and be consistent.
What made you like, you know, what was it? Okay, look, you've been in it 4 months now. 4 months ago, you must have had a moment, shit, fuck, I need to do something. What was it? Why did you wanna change? What was the reason? Was it something you're struggling with? Is it something that happened in life that like, oh shit, actually, you know what, I need to now fix up? Or is it
Yeah.
something that you're looking forward to going? So what was it that why did you do what you did and why did you join our online fitness program?
So basically, late last year, I'd been through something quite difficult in my life. It was like really, really rough, and I was using food as like a coping mechanism for that. And because of that, like I just didn't fit in any of my clothes anymore. It was like, what am I doing? Like things are just not fitting me anymore, and I was just eating so badly, and my life was just so unstructured. And I knew something just basically needed to change. So I was like, I need to invest into myself and just, give myself a chance to do better. So that's why I joined Affinity.
And before joining Affinity, right? I'm sure like everyone does the homework. You just don't look at something up front and say, "Oh, look, look, bam, that's the one. I'm gonna go join." Did you look at other people, or did you look at like going down the route of the old school way of having a face-to-face PT? And what made you decide, okay, you know what? It's not face-to-face PT that I want. It's an online coach I kind of go for. And have you done anything like this before?
Mm. You know what it is that you can have a trainer, right? And it's amazing that you can have someone to train you face to face and everything. But the reality is that everyone lives like really, really busy lives,
Yeah,
and no one's really got the time as such. As much as we love to say it, like we don't have enough time to, go out and train and constantly be like with a trainer all the time. So having this like remote kind of online coaching has been a game changer because I'm still getting to my goals, but I don't need to like have the extra inconvenience of like going to see someone, if that
yeah,
makes sense. Another reason why I joined was because basically, I think without cultural awareness, it can be really, really difficult to have a trainer. So I think that it's that because it's so specific to like South Asians, I'd like to think
yeah,
we can relate to the culture, how we live, and the types of foods that we eat. Whereas if you were to go to someone that isn't, it's really, really difficult to relate to them in that way.
yeah, yeah,
And it helps you to get closer to your goals in that sense because they already know like the types of foods that you eat and how you train, what our lifestyle usually is, and how it changes over time. Um, so that's basically why I decided to join Affinity, partly because of the cultural relatedness and also because it's remote, so it's a lot more easier and more convenient.
yeah. At least you can tell me that you're having a dabili and dokri, and then we can kind of we can navigate it, right? Rather than
Exactly.
saying, "Oh, you just have protein, protein." Look, we get that a
Yeah.
lot. Obviously, we work with a lot of South Asian people, right? Which is
Yeah, of course.
why we started here as well. Um, me and Nick, we all have families. Jamie, we're all kids, families, so we wanted to keep that aspect of not losing that.
Yeah.
I will be working with a lot of mom and dad. I especially work with a lot of parents as well, where young kids they want to kind of give
Mm.
them that culture of eating your roti shak,
Yeah.
doing all the normal foods. Yes, you can have your Western stuff, but don't want to give away all that. Like yourself, right? Living at home with parents and stuff. So your mom's gonna make you roti shak and all that kind of stuff. you're not going to tell her, oh, yeah, by the way, scrap that. I'm not having that anymore. I need you to make me
Yeah,
tofu and all that. And on top of that, you're working and it just doesn't work out. So we have to understand, and we have to understand each client individually to say, this is what she can do, this is what he can do, and kind of work from there, which is why I just said it works well for us as well.
exactly.
Um, I know you touched on it, that life's great right now, but if you were to walk me through what life was like before joining, like, yes, you touched on it that, you had a thing with emotional eating, with food and stuff, but what was a life in Jessica's day, like a random day from morning to night before joining?
Okay. So it feels weird even talking about this because like it feels like a whole different person. Like I left her like earlier on this year. But basically what it would be is I'd wake up at like, I don't know, late mid-morning. And I'd get ready and then watch TV downstairs, be like very like sedentary, just sitting around doing a whole load of nothing. And then I'd go out, see my friends, and that'd be like great because I'd see them for like a couple of hours. But then I'd come back home and then I'd be like, well, I feel a little bit like just unfulfilled, if you know what I mean, because I
Yeah.
don't have that routine, don't have that structure. I'm eating all sorts of foods, and it's just like you don't feel great afterwards if you eat like foods that aren't high in nutritional value for you. Um, so that was basically a day in the life when I'm off. When I'm at work, it's a whole different thing. So
Yeah.
especially when I'm working from home, it's like I wake up, I get ready, I sit at my desk pretty much like all day, don't get any steps in, will not work out, and I'd just be sitting here all day, just getting my work done. But now a lot of things have changed. So yeah,
So you've gone from just getting on with the day because you have to for the sake of it, like,
yeah, pretty
and that's
much.
what I'm
Yeah,
getting the vibe of. It's just like, well, I'm just almost, people say living paycheck to paycheck. Literally, yeah, I get paid, I use that money, do what I do, and have that cycle of it. Um,
exactly.
and a lot of people we get like, joining and stuff come to us about, hey, even I'm here, I'm doing all this stuff, right? But let me tell you one thing, I don't have time because I'm really, really busy.
Yeah,
And we put them
yeah,
through the pace of the program, and suddenly when we get them on a podcast and we're talking, they've got great results. We're like, well, what happened to the bloody time now? Because
exactly. Yeah,
suddenly,
things
suddenly
have
you have it, right?
changed.
Suddenly
Yeah,
you have
things
it,
have
right?
changed. Yeah.
So based on that, right? Let's talk about where you are now, right? How are you
Okay.
feeling now? What have you achieved so far in terms of results, body changes, your energy, your mood, just generally, like, when you walk into the room, how do you feel now compared to what it was before?
So yeah, a lot has changed since Vinay. I've lost about just over 10 kg now, which is insane in 4 months. And for me, that's like a huge achievement. One of my goals when I first started was that I wanted to get within the like 50s, and I'm actually in that now,
Yeah.
which is insane. And honestly, my energy is up, my mood is up, because I'm eating the correct things and I'm doing the right things. Um, because it's a structured program, you have to like follow it, and it's a day by day program. So if you don't follow it, it's going to come up as an X. So you got to do it for the day, and it like makes you go out and do it. And because of that, I've managed to lose like this much weight, and my life is so much more structured now. And also, losing the body fat is great, but like I feel happier in myself as well and more confident. And I think that that is the main thing and the main goal behind everything that I'm doing right now. So I feel just a lot better and a lot more confident in myself, way more than I did 4 months ago. So
And you can see that, right? You've been on a holiday,
yeah.
sending me pictures of working out with your sister. You've been to a wedding. Like, how does it feel being around these events where previously you would have gone to it and you're like, ooh, shy away a bit and not take the photos and stuff like that? Is it different now?
Oh, it's a lot different now. In the photos, you feel a lot more confident because you're putting in the work, and the work is actually paying off. And that is like the biggest achievement for me is that you're
Yeah.
putting in the work and you're actually seeing the results afterwards. Yeah, when I went to the weddings and the holidays, especially the holidays, I could see like the change in my body composition, like genuinely, especially like my upper body. It's like completely changed. A lot of my like swimsuits and my dresses that I would wear are fitting me a lot better now. And they're actually getting looser on me, if anything. So I need to get new ones. um, but yeah, honestly, I feel so much more confident. And instead of wearing jumpers and long sleeve things, I can actually wear like short sleeve things and actually feel confident in wearing them. So yeah, for me, those like events, those life events actually make you realize how far you've come. So yeah, it's been great.
Because sometimes you don't see a rest. We make you take pictures of your body every 2, 3 weeks. We compare and stuff, right? We get calls, we do monthly calls and stuff, and we
Yeah,
compare that, right? Sometimes you don't see that because you look at the same picture all the time, right? But when you put on an outfit, you're like, whoa, shit, like where did I come from? Like I look different,
exactly.
especially if you put
Yeah,
the outfit on before. Like for me as a guy, when I was going through it, and I still go through it, like I still wear a t-shirt. Like I literally, I think I was talking to a few of the members when we had their summer party last week. I bought a shirt a while ago to kind of wear, which is a medium shirt from Next. I would never shop there normally.
yeah,
I could close that next shot up, close it completely, and I could still. I've got that much of a gap between my. So it's like crazy. You still learn it, right? And when you put the
yeah,
clothes on, is when you realize, oh shit, like crap, this is. I think you sent me the photo of you in a black dress the other day. You went for a work event,
yeah. I went to a
right?
gala.
And you're
Yeah,
like, oh shit, like this would not have kind of
it would not have fit me.
right.
Yeah, it would not have fit
Um,
me.
how does it feel? How does it feel when people compliment you? Like, you've been getting a lot of compliments, right?
Yeah,
The bone
yeah.
structure and all those kind of things. You messaging me about black. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels amazing, Vinay, honestly. Like having the compliments is amazing, but like it's more about how you feel within yourself as well. Um, like that validation is great, but I feel amazing within myself as well. So yeah, it's been amazing to be honest. Like the compliments, people are like, "Wow, Jess, like you've changed so much."
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can see it. Someone actually said to me the other day, they were like, "Oh my god, you're actually like beaming, like you're like glowing."
Which is good, right? It just shows you're enjoying stuff, right?
Yeah,
From where you started to where you are right now. It's 4 months, but as you said, right, it's not a one-way street. We have to work together. You put in the work. You have to put in the work. People assume you join and then
exactly.
it's like, yeah, shit, we're gonna give you a magic pill and next,
Yeah,
no, right, it's all done and you're gonna start losing weight. And me or Nick and Jamie have got some sort of magic. I don't know.
yeah. There's no magic pill. You've got to put
There's
in
nothing. You
work.
just gotta put the
There's
work in,
nothing.
right?
Yeah,
And I think for you, I think that's the biggest thing. I would say, from a coaching side of things, you've been honest from day one till now,
yeah,
and I want you to carry on doing that. And that's what's got you here because when you've had a shit day, you've had a shit day. It is what it is,
yeah.
right? Um, and that's when it's more harder for people to share, basically.
Exactly.
And when it's
Yeah,
going good, you're messaging me every day anyway. Oh yeah, I'm good, good, good. But when it's
yeah.
harder,
Life's great. Yeah,
right? It's fine. But when you're
yeah.
struggling is when people need to say, "Oh shit, I'm struggling," and which you've done well, which is really, really good. So anyone listening to this, like, this is like, even you with us or not, if you ever have a coaching stuff, you should just open up because if you do, then you
Exactly.
can be helped, right? Comparing a day in your life now, what is it like now?
Okay, so now I wake up really quite early because we got busy lives, but I need to get my workout in. So I wake up at like 5-ish. And then yeah, probably get my workout in done in the morning. It takes me about an hour, so that takes me to 6. And then if I'm going into the office, then get ready, make my way into the office, get my day done. I during lunchtime I go for a walk around the park, so I'm getting my steps in. Um, and that also helps with my mental health as well because I'm just, getting around and not actually just being in the office all day. I feel like people make that big mistake when they work in offices that they just stay in one position the whole day.
Yeah,
Um, and another thing is, yeah, just make my way home afterwards and I eat something healthy and use the rest of my calories for that. So I have like bigger calorie portion for my dinner. Like because I know that that changes like a lot every single
yeah,
day. Whereas my lunches and my breakfasts are a lot more like structured. So I know I have like 2 to 3 meals like set for my breakfast, 2 to 3 meals set for my lunch, and then dinner I can like make the calories work around it. And
yeah,
that has worked for me so well across like these past 4 months. Knowing that I have that flexibility at the end of the day that I can like kind of eat a little bit more, but still get to my goals.
And in terms of training and stuff, from, before you're not even waking up like till God knows when, sitting around, how is it now when you're working at home? Like, other day you sent me a message saying, shit, when I got up 5 in the morning to do a bloody workout, right?
Yeah.
Would the old just ever have done that?
Absolutely not. She would not have done that today, like at all. She would have not even done the bloody workout in the first place. She wouldn't even know what she'd be doing. Um, yeah, she'd probably be getting like maybe 2K steps in a day, and that would be like about it. She would not be like doing 10K steps a day, being in a deficit and strength training 3 times a week. Like that would not have even been in her books. So yeah, it's just been the change has been like really dramatic, but I've seen the changes. My clothes are fitting me. Life is better. And yeah,
It's good, right? And now we move on to getting even stronger and getting those abs popping,
yeah, exactly.
right?
That's exactly it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know you're like, oh, Jess, you've got to get those abs.
that's it. You always have to have the next thing, right? Just we're doing great right
Exactly.
now, but keep planning forward, which is what it's about. Um, if you're to kind of, what's been your biggest learning point um in the last 4 months? Like, coming to the process, like what's been like, oh shit, this is a game changer. Like, what's that been?
Mm. I think the biggest thing, if anyone is listening to this, that can they can take this one piece of information, is that it is always discipline over motivation every single time, because motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go like throughout your whole life. Especially, I'll speak for a woman as well. Our hormonal like changes throughout the month. Our motivation jumps up and then it goes back down again, because well, motivation is a feeling. Discipline is what is going to get you to your goals and is going to get you to your goals quicker. It's the times that you don't actually want to do the training that you do it and you feel like 10 times better about it afterwards. Um, so yeah, for me, if I was to tell anyone this, it's like stay disciplined with your goals and remember why you actually want to do it. Why did you decide to like go on this journey? And that will take you through the whole program and will make you a better person for it. I think just like solely relying on feelings will not get you so far.
Yeah,
That I'll be so honest, like it would not have. I would have probably gotten through half of this program if I just relied solely on my feelings and feeling motivated. Whereas with discipline and saying no to things because it's not aligning with your goals is a lot more effective and will get you closer. So that's my biggest learning point that I'd say to people is discipline over motivation all day, every day. And yeah, that's how I got to where I am now.
and you've hit it right on the nail, right? Because that's what a lot of people struggle with. Oh, I'm motivated today. Or let's say a week in, you're dropping weight, and then shit, you hit
Yeah,
that flat line. You're like, oh, what do I do now? Like, it's gonna happen. It's part of the process.
exactly.
We've talked about it when it's not moving. It's moving now. You just got to stick at it. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. As long as you know you've done everything today at your best
Yeah,
ability, that is it.
exactly.
You touched on it a little bit in terms of time of the month, hormones. It's gonna happen, especially with
Yeah,
women. It's normal. Everyone's different, but this is where it comes down to the lack of motivation to pay. Like,
it's,
my next question to you is in times of lack of motivation, because you've had that, right? You've had periods of
yeah,
where can't be really bloody asked to do this shit, right?
you can't be bothered.
What have
Yeah.
you done? What have you done then that still kept you going and was still like winning?
Well, yeah, that's where my why came in. I remembered where I was like back then, late last year, and how I was feeling at that point. And I don't want to go back to that again. That's not who I want to be anymore.
Yeah,
So for me, remembering that feeling of that, how it felt mentally to now, I would not want to be that woman again. So that's my why to keep going. And that is what keeps me like disciplined and motivated to keep going.
yeah,
um, if you have a strong enough why, it will keep you going. If your why is not that strong, like it will take you maybe halfway and then it will go. I'll be honest. So
yeah.
it
It's
needs to
true.
be really strong to keep going because we're all human and we all go through feelings and phases in our life. But if you have a strong why as to why you want to stay fit, healthy, whether it be like kids, if you have other commitments in life, and you know that life is busy, if you're caring for other people as well. But if that why is strong enough, you will wake up and you will do that workout and you will keep going. And that's what's taken me this far.
And it's important that people have that. Why, look, we get people asking sometimes, like, if you're going to be someone who's like, okay, listen to this right now, like, oh, I need to lose about 5 kgs. Well, why do you want to lose them? Or I need to lose about 10 kgs. But what, like, okay, I want
Why?
to get, why,
Yeah.
why do you want to do it, right? Are you losing for weight loss? I've been, I pre-diabetic. What is it? What is
Yeah.
pushing you in that funnel to say, I need to exit on the other side of the tunnel, bloody winning? Like, not halfway
Exactly.
through, just winning. It is important to just carry on going. Um, in terms of investment, it's not a cheap program. Don't get me wrong. All right. If it
Yeah.
was cheap, then everyone would be bloody doing it, and it's just like, so obviously you've invested in it. Now, give me your honest opinion, right, on it, right? How does it feel investing in it, especially when you know it's online, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, shit, I've never worked with this person, I've met this person, I don't know who's going to be my coach, what's going to be happening. Upping that money to say, you know what, was that worth the investment?
It was. I mean, it still is 100% Vinay. Like, I personally think that you can't really put a price on your health. If you can't like function in daily life, then what can you do? Like, you need to be strong in yourself and be, the most optimum version of yourself in order to be able to give to other people. You need to be able to give to yourself first. And that investment that I made in myself was like one of the best decisions I've ever made. Like, genuinely, having a coach, having Vinny, has been like genuinely amazing. And yeah, it's like changed my life. So I would 100% like if anybody is listening and is thinking about whether they want to have a coach or not, whether it be with affinity or not, like getting a coach is like one of the biggest changes to your life. And you might not realize it, but like the daily check-ins every single day, like they make a huge difference because they keep you on track towards your goals and what you want to achieve. And your coach will help you and guide you to do that. As long as you want to put in the work and your why is strong enough to keep going with it, your coach will help you to get there. And it's always consistency over perfection every single day. Like, I'm not perfect every single day. Nobody that's on this program, I can guarantee you, is perfect. But it's staying consistent with it. And you have one bad day, but like that doesn't define the rest of the week.
Yeah.
You keep going as normal the next day, and you don't have to miss out on any of your socials or anything like that. You just staying controlled and staying mindful of what you're eating and drinking, and focusing on the actual reason why you're there rather than like the extra stuff like food and drink and all that. So it's a mindset shift as well, more than a physical shift for me. So yeah.
It's good, right? Just as I said, right, I'm sure people listening to this or even watching this right now can see the way you talk, the way you describe things, you're a whole different person compared to what you're describing before, which is good. Um, Last question, because we can carry on forever and over. What final three tips would you give to someone who's either feeling a little bit demotivated, either is listening to this thinking, oh shit, you know what? I'm exactly where Jessica is right now. I need to start to do something, either with
Yeah.
Affinity or with someone else, or someone's already on a program thinking, oh shit, I'm stuck. Like,
Yeah.
what three pieces of advice would Jessica give to anyone listening right now?
Okay. I think I probably like touched on it like on this podcast, but genuinely, again, I'm gonna say again, discipline over motivation. Have the discipline and stay focused on your goals. Your why has to be strong enough, and that will take you throughout the program. So that's my first tip is to just like you don't have to be motivated. Nobody's motivated all the time, but just keep going with your goals and keep like remembering what your goal is. Keep doing the workouts and stay consistent. Um, the second one I would say is to not panic. Um, Especially at the beginning of the program when your weight is spiking, you're seeing the graph and it's going up and down, up and down. When we were at the social last week,
Mm,
like a lot of people were telling me, "Oh my god, Jess, like my weight is going up and down, up and down." And Vinny saying, "Don't worry, don't worry." I was like, "Yes, don't worry about it," because over time you will see on the graph, like especially my graph as well, it's steady and it's going down like consistently. So don't panic for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And the last thing I would say is if you can, and if it works in your calendar, um, try and get your workout done as early as possible in the week or in the day, because then if it's done like slightly later on in the day, like you probably feel a bit less like you want to do it. So for me, getting it done in the morning is like it's a good start to my day. And yeah, it just keeps me like going for the rest of the day as well. So yeah, those would be my three tips.
It's they're all literally like they're all very, very good because look, I say to every single member as well, motivation will come and go. It is what it is. I'm
Yeah,
not motivated sometimes to do certain things, right? But I know I gotta go do them. Um, Training wise, I try drill it every single one. I'll probably drill it to you as well. Get it done early in the
yeah,
morning, out of the way. Don't wait for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday because life gets busy.
exactly.
It's
That's
done.
it.
If you have no choice, then yeah. And then another thing is treating it as an appointment. When you have it in a diary, someone calls and says, "Oh, by the way, you know what? You want to meet Jess?" Oh no, actually, you got appointment in a diary with yourself. Make that
Yeah,
happen, and then go do what you got to do, which is the rest of your day,
yeah.
right? So it's really important. But yeah, it's been really, really great having you on the podcast. Any final words from you?
Just keep going. Like if you're on the affinity program at the moment, just stay consistent, and you will see the results. Just trust in the process, and you will get there.
Amazing. Thank you everyone for listening and joining us for yet another Affinity podcast, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.